poultry farming good?
High demand, high profitable, and industrial growth. When you talk about poultry, we cannot do, I mean, a lot of us here cannot do without chicken. And when you go to places like local restaurant, eatery, I mean, there is no day you go to market, you will not see people that came specifically to buy chicken. The demand is high, obviously. The demand is high. And because of the demand is high, there's a high tendency that is profitable. Now, when you talk about high profitable, the profit is high. Okay. Now, coming to agriculture.
For that clarity. Now you ask yourself, what are the steps to start a poultry farming? Now I want you to take this question.
Okay.
At the 100, please tell us what are the steps to take.
Alright, thank you so much, my amiable host, Mr. Johnson. So viewers at home, you are planning to start your poultry business. You know, the steps are quite not too much. So firstly, you need to plan and budget. You know, for every step you want to take, you have to ahead, you know, because if you don't plan well, it can bring about failure. So you have to plan. So how much do you have at time? You have to count how much you have at time, the cost, before you go into it. Then, very importantly, location. The location in which you want to site the poultry farm is very, very important. Now, then secondly, you need to pick your poultry niche, which is the bird. Which do you have to be, yeah, or the old layer. So you have to pick a niche. You should not be everywhere at first because of some, you know, unseen risk involved. And only I will just pin it down for now. The marketing. It will be so irrelevant if you put everything together and you don't even have a marketing style to reach out to people. So you have to understand the supply, how will your products get to the end user so that you can gain the profit you're actually looking for. So those are the basic steps to put in place before you start a poultry farm.
Okay, thank you very much, idea. But then I would like you to tell us, like you said, you have to find a way to get to the end users.
Exactly.
What steps do you take, like, to finding those end users? Like, who do you think are your end users in this business?
Okay, that's a very good question. One thing you do is your audience targeting, your audience research. So the first place you should target is the local vendors, the local restaurants, the local eateries, because many of the things they sell there, there will be inclusion of air.
You should stick into these steps because these are what will make you a successful poultry farmer, either now or in the nearest future.
Thank you, sir.
Now we want to consider what are the considerations in venturing into poultry farming. What do you consider while venturing into poultry farming? So, Mr. Fema, can you please help us into this?
Thank you so much, my amiable host. To that, let me say, my first consideration on that is you have to consider the water usage.
And the water source.
Yes, the water source usage in your farming is very, very key. The kind of water you are about to give your birds in the farm, because like you all know, or you may not know, if the water is not well treated, it can cause kind of disease for your birds, and this will lead to some kind of natural disaster on your birds. Then secondly, you have to take a good proper record keeping for your poultry farming. It is very, very key. You have to keep a proper record. Then thirdly, adaptation. We are talking about adaptation. We are talking about, how do I put it? We are talking about the trends. You have to get yourself updated. Either you are the farm manager, or you are the, what's it called, the veterinaries, or the farmers, the marketers, things like that. You have to keep your workers, up to date with the trend that can help them to enhance that poultry farming. So let me pen my pen on that for now. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Now I know as maybe an intending poultry farmer, you want to know the industrial and agricultural use in poultry farming. Now I come to you again, Mr. Fema.
All right.
Please tell us the agricultural and industrial use in poultry farming.
Wow, that is very, very interesting and very, very key when it comes to poultry farming setup. It is very, very key because at the end of the day, the poultry aspect of it, the poultry farming is not meant for consumption alone. We have some industrial aspect of it that is very, very useful for our immediate life. Firstly, we have the fertilizer. We can get fertilizer, which is very, very good for our crops farming. So, and secondly, we have the feeds as well. If you are a fish farming person now, you have to get a proceed from the poultry that can serve as a food for your fish pond or for your fish or whatsoever. So it's very, very good, and at the same time we have some pharmaceutical aspect of it that you can use as a vaccine that can be useful even for the birds and at the same time for we the human beings. So it is very, very key that the industrial aspect of this poultry farming is very, very good for our society. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Now you want to know the economic benefits of poultry farming. And one of the economic benefits of poultry farming is job creation.
Okay,
yeah. It helps in the creation of job opportunities.
Yes.
GDP contribution. Poultry farming has actually helped in contributing a lot in the GDP growth of Nigerian economy.
In fact, to add to what you have just said, with the rates Nigerians are consuming eggs today, in the present Nigeria we are today, in fact, it is on the high demand.
It has also created several opportunities for entrepreneurs, in the sense that we have a lot of youths and people going into poultry farming today. Now we want to know the different types of products in poultry farming. Ms. Smart, please help us with explain to your birds. Yeah.
For the vaccination of your birds, you know, as you all know that if you have a poultry farming and proper vaccination is not being put in place on your birds, these diseases are very, very contagious. And if one bird have that kind of disease in other birds to contact disease, and you won't be surprised when you wake up in the morning and thousands of birds are dead. So that is why you have to take proper and adequate vaccination treatment on your bird if you are getting yourself into poultry farming. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Poultry farming, the bird had the economic value of this country cannot be overemphasized.
Yes.
In fact, this is so much that if we start talking from now till tomorrow, we won't be.
Good evening, everyone. World Agricultural Day. As you all know, agriculture is a backbone of our dear country, Nigeria. That is to say, talking about agriculture can never be overemphasized. And with me here in the studio, I have the industry experts, people that have been in the business of agribusiness for over the years, not just song or something people. You agree with me at all that it's not just to produce alone that makes a nation rich, but also to export. And today, today's episode, we are talking about importation and exportation of agribusiness. You know, we export charcoal to countries like America, Russia, and we also export a lot of things, activities. And today's episode, we'll be talking about cocoa importation and exportation. Go along with me as we delve into cocoa business. Kolabino.
Yes, looking at the charts now, you understand that agriculture is the top notch of our country, Nigeria.
Right.
So, you know, in talking about export and import, Nigeria's exportation in this country, whereby bringing enough revenue to the country. So, due to, in Africa, we have a slow producing factory industry, whereby we receive small profit in the lucrative processing market. What I mean by the lucrative market, whereby we only export the raw material, as in the raw bean.
You mean we export the cocoa seed?
The cocoa seed, then we import the value-added products.
Wow.
What I mean by the value-added products, we have the cocoa butter, cocoa liquor, cocoa powder. So we, Nigeria, will export and we also import the finished product back to our country. And you know, talking about million tons, basic million tons, you know, exporting in large scale, large quantity. So currently the importance can never be overemphasized.
Wow.
Because it has different economic significance and business opportunity.
Oh, on that note, I need you to come to the Green. So do you want to tell us about the business opportunities in the exportation and importation of cocoa?
Hello viewers, good evening. Hola. Hello housemates, my name is Dave Green and I am the... So today I would like to talk about a few points about the opportunities which you can actually get in the cocoa business industry. So first I will start by saying Happy World Agriculture Day to you our viewers, to the world.
Yeah, Happy World Agriculture Day to you viewers.
Agriculture has been the backbone of life of mankind.
Yeah.
Not just in Africa.
Yes.
So here, let's stop being a consuming nation and start being a producing nation. It's very much important. So on the second on my list, I would like to talk about how the supply gaps due to climate change and farmers' challenges. Well, today in Nigeria, you know, there's so much challenges that have to do with farming. So that has slowed down the opportunity out there in the market. Just like a very friend here always say, when he goes into the bush to source for his pure original beans of cocoa, you know, they have to, it's like a tug of war. And the insecurity, the weather climate, sometimes it could be rainy, you know, they have to still go into the farm to outsource quality beans of cocoa. So those are part of the challenges we have in the opportunities in today's cocoa business industry. So on the third, the raw product, which is the raw cocoa bean, is actually still very much important. Like it's so big that today Nigeria exports over 5 million tons.
Yeah, wow. 5 million
tons.
So
last time I did.
Before we go to the last on your list, because of our time, you know.
Okay.
We have one. So permit me to what then is the economic significance of this cocoa business?
Okay.
Bamilo, do you want to share more light?
I would like to put this the cocoa exports and
import economic significance.
Let's put it this way. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. My name is Bamilo and I'm one of the expertise in cocoa
Importation and exportation.
Yes. One of the economic significance of cocoa in Nigeria is foreign exchange. Historically, cocoa business is one of the vital foreign exchange earner in Nigeria, and it's a leading agricultural export.
Permit me to comment in this aspect. When you talk about foreign exchange, we exporting our products. It has to do with exchange of currency. Converting our naira to dollar. Because when we are exporting, we are expected to convert your money to for their own currency. Then talking about importation, we still have to convert their own currency to our own currency so that the transaction will go successful.
So it's
Thank you.
So it's safe to say that the cocoa business is actually one of the products that has that has been on the FS sector for a long period of time.
That make the economy of Nigeria go much more far away in the agricultural sector.
Absolutely.
And another economic significance is employment. Cocoa is really helping with employment of our youth and has been a source of income.
In fact, looking at you people I have in the studio now, I know how many number of staff you are working with you. So yeah, you are right about that.
Another thing is we serve as a value added. Like the bean, cocoa, the raw material can be processed to give us higher products like cocoa as my community has already said.
Okay.
We are doing the cocoa, the creams and everything, export and so.
Okay, thank you about that, Camilo. I appreciate that. So now, to wrap it up because of our time, we are out of time. So what want to tell us the strategy in importation and exportation of?
Okay.
Do please make it brief.
Straightforward. Talking about the export and import, we export the raw beans and we import the value-added products. Understand what I mean? Like the raw beans, the raw material.
In this Mansion Reality TV show, keep watching up, keep supporting, keep voting, and let's all come together to celebrate.
Also permit me to make a request as you big entrepreneur, producer, investor, it is quite much better to look into the cocoa sector in agriculture, thereby developing a company, big factory here where we produce the finished products. Very true. Yeah, because it will go more better in agricultural sector in Nigeria.
So that's it from me. Happy World Agricultural Day. Thank you.
So thank you viewers. Thank you. See you next time.
Don't be painful. It's not agreeable.
Should have dropped it on the chair now.
Okay.
All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and you're welcome to today's special edition of this Mansion Agricultural Day. And today we are going to be talking about fish farming. There's a saying that goes, give a man a fish for a day and you might have fed him for that day. But teach a man to farm fish and you might have given him the key to feeding a nation for a lifetime. Now today sitting here with me are
Mr. Mose
and
Dr. Gaspar.
And last person?
My name is Abdul Skills. Thank you for having me on this show.
Alright, and I'm Ibu, your host for the day. So fish is a vital source of protein across the world, and it's a growing demand for healthy and productive feeding. It's very, very affordable for people and individuals to actually afford fish as a protein. You know, when you're talking about the classes of food, there's a very important glass in it, and that's proteins. And fish provides you with that. So today we're going to be talking about the challenges and try to teach you the little processes you can use in starting up your own fish farming. Before we dive in, I'll need Mose to tell us like the challenges you think we can have from farming fish.
Okay. Good day, viewers. Good day, housemates. Looking at fish farming, basically, the challenges we have, cost of feeding the fish is one of the challenges we will have while operating fish farming.
So you think the cost for feeding the fish is quite pricey in the country right now?
Yes, it's quite pricey. There are two ways to it. There's a local way and there's an international way, which is the feed by bag. The local way is partnering with the poultry farm, just like the other people said. You can use some of the poultry feces from the chicken and the rest to act as feeding for the how work on that, learn the trailer and notion space. It's not relatively for just PAs and the rest. You can use that to time yourself. This is when we need to change the water. Even if you are not on seat, someone knows that this is when to change the water. This is when to vaccine this fish. This is when to change this the small fish to other container and leave the bigger ones here.
All right, thank you very much. So now you know fish farming actually is a process whereby you don't just feed people now. Fish has become a means of employment and a means of actually creating jobs. You know, we have people who just farm fish before to feed themselves and their family. But these days you find that people are actually doing these businesses, selling out in retails and wholesales to people who actually have hotels, people who owns little bars and the rest of them. Now we see fish is something that
go into businesses to checkmate, to go into more fish farming, because it tends to make a lot of profits, and it will also help your family and the society at large.
True. Now with fish farming, even as you're doing the business, you can still feed the family.
That's right.
And you're actually doing this business.
That's right.
Dr. Gosh Power. Dr. Gosh Power, how are you doing today?
Very good.
Your smile looks like you've had a whole load of fish today.
I love it so much.
You love it. So can you just tell us about the health benefits and nutrition value of fish to the body of communities?
Okay, I'm Dr. Gosh Power. So fish is very important in our daily life.
True.
Like when we look at the nutrition part of it, you know, we consume fish.
True.
And you know that fish is healthy to human body.
I think it's called white gold.
Yeah. So fish is good. It's good. It's good.
Thank you very much.
So we all need fish. So I think we need more fish.
Can you help us expatiate?
True. Understand. So there's a level you get to as a human. You have to take red meat out of the meal. And what keeps you having protein per day? It's fish. Whether dried, fried, or whatever, fish is the real deal. So I will encourage everyone out there to look into this fish business. It can be dicey, but if you have things to checkmate it, I'm sure you're going to. The sales is just to skyrocket because the demand is high. Even the supply is even low because there are not much fish farmers out there.
Wow, thank you so much. So, as viewers, you can see that fish farming is quite profitable and it supports food security, opportunity for innovation and employment. So today we're going to come to the end of this show by letting you know that you've learned a little about fish farming, and it's more than just putting fish in water. It's about planning, patience and persistence. It creates jobs, improves nutrition and supports food security for our nation. So on this agricultural day, I want to let you guys know that agriculture is not just about feeding the nation. Agriculture is about also bringing in more value to the economy and aiding the economy grow. So I want us today to, okay, you want to say something?
Yes, please.
All right, please, before
we round up, for those who want to go into fish farming, let me brief you on how to go about it. You know, fish farming starts from the primary level, which from the offspring. And the offspring,
fingerlings.
Yeah, the fingerlings, thank you. You can actually nurse within 3 weeks to 1 month. Then from the 1 month, you transfer it to the secondary level. And the secondary level is where you segregate the bigger ones from the small ones. Because if you combine the bigger ones and the small ones, you will end up noticing that the bigger ones end up feeding on the small ones. So you have to segregate the both sides. The big
water, your water source, and the fingerlings. Then the feed. The feed is very important. Make sure that the feed you're getting is one that is going to be very, very nutritional to your fishes.
Lastly, I want to say something, but this goes out to the water plant. Fish farming is important. Well, with the records we have with the budget of the Republic of Nigeria at the moment, agriculture is lagging. We want to bet on the government, we want to bet on the private sector to look into the agricultural part. And the NGOs look into the agricultural part. How can we help agriculture out there? Because today marks the World Agricultural Day, and that's why we're here.
Right.
And we want to beg, let agriculture, if we count the resources, the natural resources we have in agriculture in the Federal Republic of Nigeria, it will outnumber our minds. But please, we will beg that this nation look out for agriculture today. Thank you.
Now today, invest your money in fish farming, and I promise you're not going to regret it. Thank you, and God bless you all. God bless you.
Bring your money. Bring your money.
1,000. 500.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, viewers. It's your favorite MC Solution, aka Comedy Prophet. Some people call me the Entertainment Oracle One from Abuja. Good evening. Thank you for this moment. Stay tuned. And with me, we have one of our own here.
Good evening, everyone. I am Tricks for Life.
You're still your boy. On that note, I think those topics are coming from the agriculture aspect of the business. And agriculture is one of the lucrative business that facilitates the growth of every country. So on that note, I have a lot of experts in that field that will educate you for you to enable to venture into such business. Thank you very much.
God bless you. Like I said earlier, I am Tricks for Life. As he has said, we will be discussing about palm produce and distribution. And when you hear the name palm, you should know where this derivative is coming from. On this note, I will be pushing in one part of which palm produce gotten from. I'm talking about the word palm oil being derived from palm produce. Now, on basic,
We use it for cooking.
palm oil on our daily activities, we use it for cooking. If you want to prepare your beans, you use your palm oil. If you want to do your egusi soup, use your palm oil. And so many more. Them into gallons, these normal containers, into various sizes, either by 5 liters, 10 liters, 20 liters, as the case may be. Before then, they will now push it to another process which they have already customers made for distribution. Right, so this is where they now carry this oil made and push to the market for distribution process. After this shaft have been derived, we derive another thing from this pancane. The pancane shaft that have been extracted is still useful. By so doing, I would like to deviate from the palm oil to tell you more about that pancane shaft being derived. Now this palm kernel shaft can also be used and is very important for our daily health as humans today.
Mean the palm kernel?
The palm kernel shaft. This palm kernel shaft can be used as our medical palm kernel.
Choose for life, I really appreciate. Still on the palm produce, I'll be talking about palm wine of the thing. So, we, Africa, Nigeria, we know the importance of palm wine. And I can say it's a blessing to our generation. Basically, from where I'm from, I'm an Igbo man. So, without palm wine, there's no meeting. Without palm wine, there's no other occasion. Without palm wine, no tradition.
Okay.
As an Igbo man. So, I'll be expatiating more about palm wine and the importance of palm wine. So first of all, I will talk about how it's being produced. So it's being extracted by a palm wine tapper who usually goes to take, goes out early in the morning to the palm tree plantation and makes the cultivation, and after cultivating it, he sets it. That setting, he climbs the tree with the tree bed. There's a locally tree bed that palm wine tappers normally use to climb the tree.
Yes.
So when they climb the tree, they will now use a pipe to connect the tray and the palm tree and also the gallon to extract it. So in that process, after doing it, it may use some few hours, some few minutes to just leave it and go and rest. So after some hours, it will now come back again to check if the thing has received very well. Because, you know, palm wine is not what you just go out and take at any time. It's what mainly, basically, during the evening time or very early in the morning because of the pure nature it is. So, I'll still be talking about mainly the importance of the palm wine in our society, Nigeria. So, palm wine is a blessing of the nation, honestly. Because talking about, I could remember the year when measles and chicken pox were flying here and there. Palm wine were used to cure many children of it.
Okay, by drinking or rubbing on the body?
Drinking, also pouring it on the body, bathing it with it. Okay. So it was, and it's very, very important and medicinal. So I can say there's a way the palm wine tappers normally distribute it to gain income and yield profit to himself. Because the palm wine is of high demand, I can say. Because having that pure palm wine is very, very rare. And basically, if you want to get it, you go to the community. You understand? So, that palm wine tapper normally take it, distribute it to the cities, to the villages, and local markets. Basically, like the bars, the restaurants, and everywhere around. Because palm wine is something that most of us love drinking, and also me, Mr. Bravo, without palm wine, I can't live.
I tell you, I go live for you.
Okay, thank you. So, talking about the palm produce, we also have the drums. You all know drums are very important. Like we need the drums for sweeping our houses, shops, markets, and the brooms are made with the leaves, the palm leaves. This is when the leaves are being scraped and leaving the empty tidiness. So, and these brooms are also distributed in the market. And talking about the leaves of the palm produce, we also have the baskets. This basket is being used like taking out maybe tomatoes, pepper, and so on and so forth.
Thank you very much. What a good and understanding explanation. Haven't we listened to all your explanation and enlightenment? I believe from this, all of you, the audience and me in person, we have learned about palm products and how to venture into the distribution and the business at large. Thank you very much. Stay tuned. The same house every day. God bless you. Is Rodi.
Thank you for that. Thank you.
Okay, palm wine natural palm wine makes sense. fresh one.
Fresh one.
And when it's cold,
What will they do for
sweet.
They know me well. Every day is talking about wine.
What a joke.
They're supposed to get us wine in this house.